Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Eddie Marcus here again this early Sunday pass. I spoke on a subject that I don't think, at least when I look to see how many people have responded, not that many. And so this Monday morning, I come with a message that is directed to all of us. My name, for those of you who've never heard of me before, is Eddie Marcus. I am spokesman and advocate of basic human rights for all people. Now, this is a title and a mission that I have given myself. I don't know if I'm inspired from God or if I'm just inspired from my ego or whether I'm just inspired because it's the right thing to do. But that's what I do. I advocate for basic human rights. And what I call basic human rights are those rights that human beings, that people that live on this earth, who have a desire to experience some of the things on this earth, or as many of the things on this earth that they can, have the basic opportunity to do so because they have played a role in the process of the existence of these things. When I basically refer to housing, food, clothing, education and healthcare, transportation, and all that the infrastructure offers is what I'm speaking of. These are basic human rights for being a human being on this earth. This is who I am. Now, I want everybody to listen, but for those of you who suffer the most, those of you who are poor, and you know what you mean when you say poor, those of you who eat out of dumpsters, those of you who go to shelters to get food or to find a place to spend the night, those of you who live in tent cities all across the globe, here in Minnesota, in Detroit, in Mississippi, in California, Alabama, wherever you are that's living in a bad situation that you do not like, and you want something to happen, and it has not happened for you yet. I want you to listen to me. I want you to listen to me. Everybody says that they care, for the most part. But the reality of it, ladies and gentlemen, those of you who are poor, those of you who are suffering, they do not care. They have been trained. We, the people of America and the people of the world, have been trained that this is acceptable, that this is okay. And the reason is because someone profits, someone benefits at the destructiveness of this system that we live under, the destructiveness of the systems of the world. But I'm talking to you that are poor, those of you who are really hurting. Who is responsible? The deceiver is responsible. But where does the deceiver get its power? He gets his power by the people who buys into the deceptiveness. That's how it exists. So when it comes down to why you're eating out of dumpsters, when it comes down to why you're living in tent cities, it's because everybody else in America who does not have to do that has said it's okay for you to do that. They've accepted the lies that you are dumb. They've accepted the lies that you're stupid. They've accepted the lies that you are lazy. They accepted the lies that you are just a bum and want somebody to give you something for nothing. These are lies that have been perpetrated throughout society since the beginning of time. This is how they are able to keep people believing that if they fund the soup shelves, if they fund the shelters, if they donate to philanthropic causes, they can get credit for their money, and it means that they're doing something, that this is okay. But that is not the truth, my friends. That is not the truth. The truth is the earth was designed, well, let's stay here in America, that every last one of us can have our needs, our wants, and our desires met. That basically means that our dreams come true. And the reason that that is guaranteed to us is because all of the resources, listen to me, you poor people who don't have anything, all of the stuff of the earth, the gold, the silver, anything that you think is important, gas, oil, anything silver, anything that you think is important, it came with this earth. No man made it. No man can own it. It belongs to the earth. That means it belongs to the people on the earth that can use it. But that basically means, my friends, that in order for it to really work, we have to organize ourselves in systems in such a way that the system does what one of us, or should I say, that the system does the one righteous thing that is to be done. And that one righteous thing is to meet the needs of you, all of you, the people, not just those who can struggle by. No, but you represent the failures of the system, every last one of you. I know you've been holding your heads down, been feeling bad because you know they've been lying about you and you've been ashamed, but there's nothing you can do about it. Hold your heads up high. You are a victim of the systems of the world. Here in America, you are a victim of the system that Donald Trump and his folks is trying to destroy. But they are not any better, they're much worse. But because they are much worse, and those that allow you to exist trying to pretend like they are better than Donald Trump, but they are all the same because they say that you can exist and it's all right. Why do I say that? Because all they have to do is change. All they have to do to change. But see, what happened is this: because you and we are human beings, we were given choice. We were given a choice. We can actually live as though we're in heaven if we choose to. That means we'd have to do what I just got through talking to you about. Or we can pretend as though we come create our own kingdoms. That's where you have somebody called the richest man on earth, or the richest country on earth, or the richest people on earth. They are that because they've robbed the people, and you don't know it, and you allow it to continue to happen. I want you to know it's going to happen until you stand up. Now, there are those who say they care about the poor. They contributed, but let's see if they really care. But nobody's going to care for you when you really act like you don't care about yourselves. Now, if you care about yourselves, get up out of your bunk. Get up off the whatever you are lying on. It's a quilt. Some of you are lying on the buildings. I know in Chicago, you living on the buildings. I know. I spent some time under those buildings with you. I know what's going on. Come from under those buildings and go to your newest representative. Whether it's at the city level, go to your mayor. If it's at a bigger, you're closer to the governors, go to your governor. Tell them that the system that they represent must come to your need. You've done what you could, and you find yourself in a situation that you are in, and you are fed up with it. You need help. Take care of it. And you, my friends, put this in their hands, and you make sure that every day and every night they feel it. Why? Because you're constantly there in their face, seeing it. Do take care of this problem. There's no problem in America any worse than the problem of you who are suffering. You are the greatest problem that must be fixed right today. Because we have ignored you, now we're sitting right here trying to fight each other. Republicans and Democrats, black and whites, pregnant and non-pregnant, all that stupid stuff, when you around here, the evidence that we are nothing but demonically possessed. So, I want you, I'm asking you, I'm begging you, stand up, go to your mayors, tell them that they got to help you. And make sure that they know it, because every day, in the nighttime, wherever you are, people are talking about bringing in people from other parts of the country and finding some place to settle them while you're sleeping in tents, while you are eating out the garbage cans. Come on, my friends, stand up. Go to your governor, say you got to fix this, and the people in every city, go to your governors and every state and wherever you are across this country. If this situation is not resolved, and it will not be resolved, because the system is not designed to resolve itself. and take it to Washington. I don't care if the Republicans are in or the Democrats in, take it to them. And I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, they themselves cannot resolve the situation because it is designed to do exactly what it's doing. So it's going to require change. And if it's going to require change, what kind of change are you going to try to get? Deeper into this bull that some people are trying to carry us in now? Or maintain yourself at the level that created the hell that we are trying to detach ourselves from? Or are we going to rise up to do the righteous things, to do not just our will, because we've listened to our will. We've listened and we've observed the will of human beings, the will of men, the will of women, the will of white folks, the will of black folks, and every last one of these wills have failed us. So let's try a different will. Let's try the righteous will, that will that works for all of us. This is why I'm talking to you, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm telling you, the poor people, you got to stand, because as long as you lay down and wallow, they will keep on stepping on you and wallowing on you and blaming you. Stand up. The power of love requires that you stand up, because if you don't stand up, these people are going to keep on being evil. If you stand up, you will teach them that they're wrong. You will cause them, if you stand up, to do the righteous thing. Have faith. Until next time, Eddie Marcus say goodbye for now.